We are back with a segment and a guest we call King of the Road. Josh King is a veteran advance man for the Clinton White House. He knows life on the road and the road to the White House, having been around politics and the presidency for a long time for a young man. He's the author of Off Script, an advance man's guide to White House stagecraft, campaign spectacle, and political suicide. Before we start, another tweet from Donald Trump this evening. This reads like a reservation manager at a hotel. The so-called A-list celebrities are all wanting tickets to the inauguration, but look what they did for Hillary. Nothing. I want the people. Josh, you sent us a memo kind of mapping out how to look at the next couple of weeks and months. And I'll divide it into upside, downside, and a flying third category you provided. Upside, I look at it like this. In your words, Trump likes every good thing on public display. Yeah. He will take enormous pride in showing himself off as an office holder, witness the Army-Navy game. Yeah. And he targets ideas that get people talking. Is that all upside?
Well, so far it is in these 50, 60 days during the transition when the stakes for him seem lower. The stakes raise exponentially as soon as Chief Justice Roberts lowers his hand and he is in control of, as the previous segment showed, the nuclear buttons. So he'll get in that limousine at the west front of the Capitol, Brian. He's going to go down Pennsylvania Avenue. He's going to sit in the reviewing stand all afternoon. And then he walks into the White House, and it is his. It's Kellyanne Conway's, it's Stephen Bannon's, and they own it. And whatever decisions they make from that point forward, they're going to have to live with for the next 4, maybe 8 years.
Downside gets interesting. You remind us all, crisis does not announce itself. George W. Bush, none of us, God forbid, saw 9/11 or Katrina coming. Right. The presidency, as you put it, is a long grind, and that's what you've seen up close. How will he handle consoling Americans, reading letters from Americans who don't like him or agree with him, and what you call the set pieces, summits and 6-nation tours of Africa and Europe?
Yeah, so what we have seen for presidents going way back is those late nights, Brian, you walk down the colonnade with a large briefing book. You also have a dozen letters picked out by the Presidential Correspondence Office of people telling you their worst stories and how are you going to react to them. Ronald Reagan, as you remember, used to write his own personal checks to some of those people that he saw. And then there could be those incidents, natural disasters like Katrina, gun violence like Charleston. What do? You get an Air Force One, and you don't tweet 140 characters saying that they'll be missed. You have to sit, look them in the eye behind closed doors, not a moment for grandstanding or press, but to be the consoler in chief. And this is something that came relatively easily to Bill Clinton, harder to George W. Bush, but he did it. And Barack Obama has seemed to have done it every month for most of his presidency. So it'll be very interesting to see how, when those first episodes occur, and President Obama has warned him about this, he'll be able to deal with it. And then, as you said, every couple months, Air Force One saddles up and it goes east to Europe or west to Asia. And these are 6-day, 9-day jaunts. You get off on a red eye, and suddenly you've got to be trooping the line and spend the rest of your day either in bilaterals or these group set twos. And you're going to have 20-hour days. And how will a person of that age and that amount of preparation be able to deal with it?
My first ever trip covering Bill Clinton was the G7 or 8 in Jakarta, Indonesia.
Wearing those shirts. Remember those?
Yeah, not me, but the presidents, yes. And finally, this is something we haven't dwelled on or concentrated on much. Oldest man elected president, he'd be the oldest man sworn in as president. He doesn't carry himself as an old guy, but Donald Trump's age has to be factored into conversations about President Trump.
You know from my book, Brian, that I am a real admirer of President Reagan and the way he comported himself in office. And then I worked for Governor and then President Clinton. Think of these last 3 presidents before President Trump. 46 years old for Clinton, 54 years old for W. Bush, 47 years old for Obama. You know how I spend my weekends. I read pool reports from the White House. I see that Obama is out playing 36 holes of golf or hiking in Hawaii. I see that W. Bush is riding his mountain bike in Crawford, Texas. We are used to a vigorous president. And I'm actuarially interested in what happens from January 20th on to have a 70-year-old back in the White House for the first time since 1981, and how the next 4 or 8 years are going to treat him. And maybe it's going to be fine, and maybe he'll do things differently, and we'll see a different kind of vigor from him. But we are used to seeing our presidents young and active, and this is going to be a very different presidency. It would have been that way, too, with Secretary Clinton, but we were always going to get that deal this time.